Not sure if you know this, but when we first met, I got so nervous I couldn't speak. In that very moment, I found the one, and my life had found its missing piece. So as long as I live, I love you, will have and hold you. You look so beautiful in white, and from now to my very last breath, this day I'll cherish. You look so beautiful in white tonight. What we have is timeless, my love is endless, and with this ring I say to the world, you're my every reason, you're all that I believe in. With all my heart I mean every word. So as long as
The Malagasy people have curious ways when it gets to getting married. Similarly to Caribbean countries, children tend to live with their families until they get married. Families have very strong bonds, and they don't care their children living in their homes until they find love. In order to get married, they get engaged first. This is common here in America, but they have interesting ways of doing it. The first step is called body which means lamb's rump. This tradition consists on the groom giving the bride's family a gift, normally to help them forget about losing their daughter. Be careful, this is not a dowry, but part of the tradition. It is also traditional for the groom to give an eye patch as a decoy to distract the brother while he marries his sister. Normally, the wedding consists on a verbal jousting. Yes, you heard it. They argue between families as a ceremony. This is a tradition, and each family chooses a spokesperson who speaks well the Malagasy tongue Kabari in order to represent them. A lamb is slaughtered for the occasion, and a certain amount of cattle is given as a dowry. No, the body entry was not the dowry. This is talking about selling. No opinions? No opinions? The new couple enjoy a meal together with a really big clay plate which signifies the wish to live prosperfully. They eat with a spoon made from a black horn, which means they are one now. This meal normally consists of milk, rice, and honey-based food. I found very interesting the fact that their wedding rituals are very similar in the Malagasy culture and the American traditional marriage.
The Malagasy people follow many Catholic holidays such as Easter, All Saints' Day, and Christmas. Christmas is the biggest holiday for the people living in Madagascar. On Christmas Day, people, including strangers, greet each other by saying Araba Tatri Noeli, which means Merry Christmas. Most people go to church on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. The services last about 5 to 6 hours. Different groups in the church, especially children, will perform songs and plays celebrating the birth of Jesus. Malagasy families like to eat Christmas dinner together in large groups and dress up in new clothes. The meal is normally chicken or pork with rice, followed by a special cake. They also celebrate holidays such as Labor Day, Independence Day, Republic Day, and Alamadi B. Alamadi B is Madagascar's traditional New Year's Day. It takes place in March and lasts for 2 days. Crowds take over the streets in celebration, homes are decorated in lights, and friends and families come to wish each other well. Traditional music and dance play a major part in these festivities.
The Madagascar people have many different and interesting rituals for many things in their lives. Funerals and death hold a prized spot in their culture, and it is very important to them to have a connection with their ancestors. During the winter there is a ceremony called Famidiana, also known as the turning of the bones, which takes place in various towns and villages to commemorate the deceased. Once every 2 to 7 years, each family holds a huge celebration at their ancestral crypts where the remains of the dead are exhumed, wrapped in silk, sprayed with wine or perfume, and brought out for community festivals. In this culture, this is a vital tradition in maintaining links with their ancestors. It is the chance for a family reunion so that the dead can experience the joys of life again, and is an act of love for the whole family. This custom is based upon the belief that the spirits of the dead do not join the superior world of the ancestors until after the body has decomposed completely, and until that time the spirit of the deceased still lingers and is able to communicate with the living. Family members come from all over to attend the festival, and sometimes have to travel entire days on foot to attend the whole 2 days. Following the dressing of the deceased, there is a huge party with lots of music and dancing, where the family members dance with the bodies. For some, it is a time to pass news on to the deceased and ask for their blessing, and for others it is a time to remember and tell stories of the dead. When the festival ends, the bodies must be returned to the tomb as the sun goes down.
Landial lam na fena nay talu. Tun yam de fa yala yel.
Raikitra fa ho atao le izy zava-dehibe le tsodrano izy ty efa very ery amin'ny tany ery